Here we go, yo. Here we go.
Hi everyone! John and
Hello,
Lori
hello,
here!
hello.
Lori's
In
back!
the house. Guess who's back, back, back? Michael's back, back, back. Yes, she's back. Yes, she's back.
Listen, I'm just saying, Tyler didn't sing.
well, you'll have to tell everybody that I tried to sneak in and listen on Tuesday and it wouldn't
It
let
is
me
a true
comment.
statement, and I can confirm because I saw the photo.
It was
So
so bizarre. I took a screenshot. I tried to comment 3 times and it wouldn't let me comment. It was like Tyler was saying, "No, Lori, go away."
Lori was like, "This is my stream, Lori. You
I'm
took
trying to
the night
say,
off. My turn."
yeah. Oh.
Don't fear not though. During the stream, Tyler reminded everyone that Lori is always right.
Oh, did he?
He did remind everybody. So you must fear not, Lori.
Oh,
Everyone
good.
has been reminded that you are always right.
Don't go breaking my heart. Don't go taking my place.
Well, if you're here,
uh,
say hello. So Lori and I know you're here. It looks like we have 5 people watching. Please say hello so we can introduce you if we know you. If we don't, you can introduce yourself and we'll say hello.
yes. Please, please.
And then we'll get.
Tyler, where are you? Come out, wherever you are.
I'll tell him. I'll tell him you're looking for him. And I
I
know.
can't send that
Go ahead.
picture to you. That's weird.
Oh, Lori wants me to she took a picture, but I can't show it. Maybe next week I'll work on getting it ready. Of her wearing her earphones for all of you concerned about Lori wearing her earphones.
Because they're my 4-year-old's earbuds. That's why. Catherine is here. Kevin is here. Oh, these are all new people to me. Yes. Maybe Tyler brought in some new attraction.
Oh no, these are people I know. I know Katie, and Kevin. I know both of them.
Wonderful. If you're just getting on now, just say hello. You don't have to say anything else
Well,
unless you want to let me know that you're excited that I'm back.
and Dr. Gritzmacher is back.
Yay!
All these
Cool,
people
cool.
that are in the chat, Katie, Kevin, and Dr. Gritzmacher, very talented music educators. Sebastian is back. I know Sebastian is a friend of Tyler's, composer. Sebastian, are you also a teacher?
Okay, now, John, I have to tell you
Go
this
ahead.
funny story. So when I popped on Tuesday night, but I was like the phantom because nobody knew I was there. I heard you talking about Sebastian, and I was like, "Are you talking about your pet fox?"
Oh, that's right. So Sebastian, and everyone else that may or may not know this, I have a when I taught general music, um, I had a stuffed fox, and we named him uh, Sebastian. And the reason that happened was because the art teacher I worked with, I had told her one day my goal in life was to have a real pet fox, and she knows me too well, so she got me a stuffed one and said practice with this one first. So, so the stuffed one's still okay. So maybe I'm okay to get that real fox. Well, that's awesome, Sebastian. Awesome.
So Sebastian's a middle school band director in Alabama. Yes, give it up for middle school. Whoop whoop! It's the cream of the Oreo.
Dr. Gritzmacher, Kevin, and Katie, do you guys want to introduce yourselves too, and then we'll get started, or say a little bit about yourselves? It's up to you guys. I understand if you do or do not.
Oh. So, John, while we're waiting for everybody to chime in, do you want to let us know what happened on Tuesday? Where you got?
Sure, because there's a lot of people that were not here on Tuesday. So what we spent a lot of time on. So where we left off last week when Lori was here, last time on composing with Lori, we worked on this part here. Um, this last time on composing with Tyler, we worked on the B strain of the fast section here. So what I will do is I will go back to the beginning of the fast, or yeah, the beginning of the fast part, which is back here, and I will play from this tempo change up to where we left off on Tuesday. And I will make this big enough so you can all see the whole page, and so you can all hear where we were. Here we go. so that is where we left off on Tuesday. I had to think about what day that was.
John, it's sounding wonderful. I was conducting as it was going through as we were watching the score. Yes, it's great.
Oh, Brandon's here. Brandon, also a very talented composer. And Dr. Gritzmacher is correct. She does have a photo. So she's probably the only one that'll admit to it. She has a photo with Sebastian and I at OMEA from a few years back. Lori, you have a photo with Sebastian too, don't you?
No.
Oh, that's right. That is a sore subject. There's this dinner.
No, I was like, no, I'm not taking a picture with the box.
Oh, I was gonna say because Jenny Neff, who will be joining me as a co-host on Tuesday, she is upset that she has not had her photo with Sebastian yet. So I thought that you may also have been upset, Lori.
Oh no, we weren't that good of a friends yet at that point, but don't tell anybody, but I'm not really a pet person.
There's Jenny. Hi, Jenny.
Jenny, hi, I'm here, she says. Whoop, whoop.
And Katie is a high school band director in Florida. For those of you that don't know Katie.
Yes.
Katie is also being humble and shy. Also an up-and-coming composer. I'm trying to get her to work on that.
Oh, wonderful. So we have many states represented here tonight. This is fantastic. It looks like we've got Ohio, Alabama, Pennsylvania, Florida. I'm in Maryland. Wow.
It's good to have everybody. All right, so let's get started with some composing because that's why we're all here. So, some thoughts I have going into this right away. The transition between these two is okay, but it is a little weak going between here and here. So I think that may be some things we spend some time on. I know that we also were going to work on this transition here between the first statement and the second statement of the B theme. That was something else we were going to worry about. And we were also going to fill in some of these holes and also work on some of this percussion down here at the bottom. So let's listen to this B theme one more time, and then let's get to work. We'll start digging into it here.
Awesome.
Sorry, I can hear Lori's headphones, and that lets me know where you guys are as well.
Oh, really? My bright pink headphones.
Is Brandon is mentioning that the video is out of focus. Is it okay?
It's okay to me. Brandon, is it blurry?
I was gonna say, Brandon, you may want to check the quality and make sure you have it on 480 or 720p in your settings on your YouTube settings. Because if it's in a lower resolution, it may look a little blurry.
John, I really like the woodwind runs that you added in there. You changed those up a little bit from when I was here last Thursday.
We're at in
measure
in
39. Is that the numbers are a little small? Yeah, 39.
You know, it's funny. So we wrote this, and so this is a test. Tyler's not here. Tyler said that he didn't like this part, and so our old Lori's always right. So you gave it your seal of approval, Lori. That's staying.
Oh, okay, good.
Because I liked it and Tyler didn't. He's like, I don't like that, and I was like, oh. But since you like it, Lori, it's staying.
What's Tyler's instrument?
Tyler's also a euphonium player.
Oh, well, poo-poo. He doesn't get any say on woodwind runs.
That's right. We get to say that. We get to say that. We're the ones that have to do it. Right, Lori?
That's right.
All right. I'm thinking we're going to put this to help. So the reason I'm doing this here is I'm thinking that oopsie, I keep hitting every button except for the one I want. The reason I'm doing what I'm doing here is to work on this transition from measure 36 into measure 37. I don't know if it's going to be just as simple as adding this percussion. Let's listen to these four measures here and see if this is the solution. Sometimes it is just a matter of adding some percussion. Sometimes it isn't. So let's give it a listen. Oops. And again, I'm doing the thing where I hit every button other than the one that I need. No, I didn't do it. Let's delete that for now. Now, what we could do is we could do, to give some of these low brass something to do.
And Jenny mentioned that she likes the horn lines too. She says they're very doable, a comfortable range, and interesting from a horn player's perspective. So that's great.
I was just about to ask, what does Jenny play? But that's awesome, horn. That's awesome. Thank you, Jenny. All right, let's listen to this. I don't know if this is going to be the solution either. Do we have any motion happening here? Not really. Let's do this. Let's do some contrary motion. Oops, that would have been bad. So this, you guys know, I usually do not use transposing scores, so I'm going to probably forget that I have this on. And because I usually don't do this. However, I do find that I need to do it when I'm under pressure, because I will sit here. I will sit here when it is not when no one's watching. I will sit here for 5 minutes and go, okay, well, since they have an E natural, they have to have and I'll sit there and do like B natural. I'll sit there and think, but while live streaming it, it becomes tricky for me to remember what everything is. The pressure. All right, let's give this a listen. Let's see if this is the solution.
Under pressure.
No, that's not it either. Although I think that this is leading us closer to what we need, but I think that it needs to not start at forte like that. I think that it needs to start softer, and I think it needs to build the forte. And we can actually leave that on a whole. Let's leave it a half note. And let's do that. And let's do that. And let's do... Let's do that. That was not right. That's the solution. Okay, let's try this.
I don't know. I'm hearing in my mind more moving notes in that low brass trombone euphonium tuba line.
Where at are you talking, Lori? Are you talking going in 36 or?
Yeah, 36 leading into 37. Does anybody else have something different than 3/4 notes in your mind?
I do, but I don't know if it's going to be too much putting eighth notes like that.
Even 2/8 notes on beat 2, rest 2 and 3, 4, something like that, just to add a little bit more movement and lift. I don't know. Anybody have any ideas?
I think that you may. I think you may have that, Lori. I think that you may have won. I think your idea may be the winner.
What, the 2/8 notes on 2?
Yeah. Although I don't think it should arpeggiate. I think it should be linear. Like that. Let's listen to this. I think you're right, Lori, but I think that what sounds off is if we make this part here just a half note. I think that it needs some place to go over here at 37, and I think that it should go like... And again, these are just ideas, and if we don't like these can all go away with the click of a button.
Yeah, Jenny suggests 2/8 notes on the last beat. I hear them in my mind on beat 2 with that rest on 1, but we could try the 2/8 notes on beat 4 if we wanted to.
Jenny, are you saying get rid of these and make it so it goes 1 da 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 da, or are you saying 1 da 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 da? And while we're waiting for Jenny to say what she's saying, if you're here, please don't be afraid to give a suggestion. Please don't be afraid to say hello. Tell us comments. That's what we're here for. Jenny, so 36 though, are you saying
beat 2 or beat 4?
What I'm asking, I think she wants beat 4, but my question is, do I leave this here, or do I get rid of this and make this a quarter note?
I like the movement immediately on beat 2 on the entrance. I don't know.
Well, here, let's try this.
Let's see what others...
I'll tell you what we can do. We can make a compromise here. I think that this will work. Oops. Nope, not that. Let's try this. Oopsie. Well, what did I do wrong there? I made all sorts of woes. Oh! I thought I was transposing again, and I wasn't. So that's the danger of using the transposition tool, is I thought I was transposing, and I most definitely wasn't when I wrote all that.
Patricia says that she thinks the 8 notes on beat 2 are weak. I agree. I don't know if it's those particular pitches or timbre or what. I'm not hearing them in the composition like I am in our head. She says needs movement on later beats. So let's try all versions.
So to get rid of Dr. G, so are you saying... So get rid of this. So 1 da 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 da. Oh, I'm waiting on that. I'm gonna fix this because... And to answer your question, Brandon, yes, I'm definitely going to double it at some point.
Or we could keep 8 notes on both beat 2 and 4.
That's what I'm tending to think. I'm tending to think that too, Lori. Let's try this. The thing here is, then this doesn't sound right, and it's because it's C against, or B flat against C.
Yeah, you can't hear that subdivision.
We could do this. Oopsie. Let's see, and then if we do that, then we're going to want to move. Let's try that. I'll tell you, I think I've changed my mind altogether.
What are you going with?
I think just straight out eighth note runs in all the parts. I think that's what I'm thinking.
All right, let's see how it sounds. I'm an eighth note runner.
I don't know if I'm that crazy about them. Okay, let's see. Let's try this. Let's get rid of these.
Patricia likes the idea of eights on all beats there.
The only problem with them is, to me, it doesn't have the same... I think this may be the better idea, and I hate to do this. One, da, 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 da. And the reason I think that this may be the right idea is if it goes up to A flat here, it loses kind of the... Oopsie, I dragged that by accident. It loses kind of the motion of going from G to A flat. If it goes... Because, see, here, if we leave this as it was, it goes A flat and then right to A flat again. Like, we've already technically arrived there if we do this. I think that it sounds stronger if we do this.
What, the quarter note?
Yeah. Bop, 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 bop. I think this is the winner in my opinion. Now you could.
Your middle schoolers are gonna rush beat 4.
I think that. Oopsie, that's not what I wanted. What we could do is here in the trombones. Take. We could subdivide that here in the trombones. Let's try that. So here, just so you can hear that without anything else, just these voices here, because it's kind of hard to hear.
I'm having trouble hearing the eighth notes.
One more time here. Who can we give that to? We could do that, and we could do...
So those that are just joining us or that are new this week, it's been interesting because certain times that we've been doing this, we'll get through 8 or 16 measures during a session. And then other nights we might just be going back and refreshing something or working on a few measures. So tonight seems like one of those nights where we're really focused on a measure or two.
Since we've been doing this, I've been more consciously paying attention to what I'm accomplishing in my own writing. I'm working on another piece right now, on my own, and I've been noticing that when I'm writing, I've been trying to pay attention so I could comment on this very moment. It's there are times where I will literally work on, say, this much at once, and there's times that for 3 hours I will work on this much, and there's time for 3 hours I'll work on that much. So it really just depends on who, what, when, and where is going on, I guess, to be entirely honest. It's just a matter of what's going on, I guess. All right, let's give this let's give this away to the different people who need it. So this is going to go to the Barry saxes. Now this is going to be tricky. Let's give that. Oh, what did I do? The dangers of copy and paste. Highway to the danger zone. Now, how are we going to handle this dynamic? Because we don't want it to... You know what? This is what we're going to do. This is how we'll handle it. They'll just crescendo all the way through. And the bassoon will get the second trombone part, which is the same as the baritone part. So we will cheat here. And we will do this. Oops. And we will then grab this. And we will get rid of the top note. And then we'll get rid of that. And we will go like this. And we will get rid of that. And we definitely need to double this, which we haven't done yet. The French horn part needs to be doubled.
So those of you just tuning in, I'm watching as the numbers are changing here. You're listening to John Pasternak, composer extraordinaire. Check out his website and review all of the many, many compositions he has for all different grade levels. And like I've been saying from the beginning, you're getting an opportunity to really look inside and watch, his mind and his hands move throughout this process. It's so amazing. As a non-composer, I continue to say how quickly he can maneuver through this is fantastic.
Oh,
and if you're just
nice,
popping
Lori.
on now, thank you. If you're popping on now, let us know that you're here. Just say hello. If you see anything that you'd like to suggest,
questions as well.
If you want to update, questions.
And even just Sibelius questions. I am open to answering Sibelius questions. I know
we've received some nice tutorials from you, John.
I know that Alexander, who is a next day watcher because he lives in France, he likes. He gave a suggestion. I don't know why it wasn't in the chat today. It was like missing in action, but he had mentioned. What was his things? Oh, back here. That he was wondering if these were a mistake because they're different. We had decided that we liked these being different. So we decided to keep them. They were originally a mistake. But as Bob Ross would say, they were a happy little accident. So we kept them. What else? He mentioned a couple other things. Oh, he mentioned some things in here. But as you can see, there's things that are changing in here. So... Alexander, when you watch this, you'll have to let me know if I addressed what you had suggested or if I didn't. All right, let's listen to see if we got this figured out here going into 37. I spy me a wrong note. I think that's fixed now. Now there's still definitely a wrong note in there somewhere. Oh, that is the right note. What is the wrong note? I think that's the wrong note. For those of you wondering why the time signature box keeps opening up and I don't actually change the time signatures, the reason is Y is the key that brings the little green line that is the playback line. It brings it to whatever measure I have selected. And if you all look at your keyboards, we'll see that T is right next to Y. So sometimes when I mean to hit Y, I accidentally bump T. So I promise you I don't change time signatures that much. All right, 30. Let's go back to work on this, see if we got this transition. This I'm not okay with. I really like that transition. Is everyone okay with the transition? I'm good with it. I'm done with it.
Leave a comment. Let us know what you think of the transition.
Lori, do you have anything?
Yay or nay? I'm fine with it.
I think we're good at this point. I think that for now, and now there's what I like to call being done, and then there's what I like to call done but pending edits. Done pending edits means is I usually am ready to send it off for feedback to whoever's commissioning me, but I still know that work needs to be done. But it usually means that, like, it has a beginning and an ending, or it's done for now. That's what I mean by that, and I think that this is done for now. I don't know if it's done, but it's definitely done for now.
Good. Patricia likes it. Sebastian likes it. Excellent.
All right, let's give this a listen, and then what we'll do is from there we'll figure out where we want to go next. Now, here's just a little bit about me and my writing. I like to tend to give the baritone, the bari sax, to the bari sax. I don't necessarily like giving it to the tenor sax, because I like to, for the most part, give the French horn part to the tenor sax when I can. And I also like to not necessarily give the altos the French horn part all the time. But it looks like I'm going to give the altos the French horn part for most of this part here. Let's see. Yeah,
so just keeping an eye on time, those of you that are joining us, we go till 10 o'clock. So we've got about 10 minutes left in the session. It always goes by so quickly, John.
And Lori will give me the very polite ahem.
I gotta eat dinner. Although I did eat dinner tonight, so we're good to go.
she will let me know when my time is up. She will not play around. I don't blame her when it comes to food. Do not blame her. Let's see.
Food and sleep. You cannot take those things from me.
Don't blame you in the slightest. All right, let's do. Oops. That's not right, is it?
It's interesting. I just saw that trill in the tenor sax.
Yeah.
It's very rare for tenor saxes to get trills, so that's neat. They'll enjoy that very much.
My goal was to, because I wanted to double this clarinet part. I didn't want them to be alone, because the brass right here are in their happy place, and they're going pretty loud. So I was just trying to make sure that we can hear those runs, basically. All right, let's make sure that we filled this in, and then I think we'll be done with these measures. I think that we need to do that, and then I think that we need to do the snare part needs to mimic what's up here. And I think that the bass drum needs to kind of mimic one of these two things. I think we're going to give them this. All right, let's give this a listen. I think that works nicely, this percussion part. But
what about a little tambourine in this part? Like a little shimmy from the tambourine. I don't know, it could be a neat little auxiliary
it
part.
would, but we're kind of out of percussionists at this point.
How many are we using right now?
We're using all 4 of the bottom ones. We could probably give it to this mallet too, but I was thinking that we maybe give them a glockenspiel part throughout this part. That's kind of why I left it blank. That was something I was thinking about for later. So that's another thing, the practicality of writing for percussion. You have to. There's many things I wish I could do, but I've run out of percussionist. So
wait, how many are we writing? How many
we have
percussionists
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them, and that's what we.
Oh yeah, okay.
So because we have the 2 cymbals, snare drum, bass drum, 2 mallets, and timpani. And if anyone else heard this has been driving me nuts. I keep forgetting to put that in. Alright, let's listen to this one more time. By the way, this is what composing is listening to the same 8 measures over and over and over again. See, I'm going to work on this when you guys aren't here. I'm going to highlight it.
How dare you, John?
I don't want to waste your time watching me figure this out. And I'll tell you what, I'll leave it highlighted. And so you can all... And I will not move on or leave it here without you guys approving it. But I don't want to waste... I don't want you guys to see me... Because I could sit there for an hour trying to figure out what's going on there. And we only have 5 minutes left, and I don't want to spend the last 5 minutes on that. So, let's listen to this one more time. See, because, okay, so just so you can all hear what I'm thinking. What I'm hearing is dun, 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 dun. And I don't want to spend the last 5 minutes figuring that out. But there needs to be motion here in this bass line. Anyways, one more time. So here, this is where we could take this, Lori. We can take this and bring this back. Put this here. We're going to get rid of this dynamic here. Oops. Oops. And oops. All right, let's see if this is the let's see if this is it. I definitely think that's it, but I don't think this time, I don't think it stops like that. I think it goes on like that. How do you all feel about that? Do you all feel okay about that? Lori, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, I was fine. I was watching how the measures expand and shrink as you're adding. I was just mesmerized by that.
So Sibelius has this feature. So here, as you can all see, they just added this. I'll do this so you can see it. I'll make it look ugly. But if you do this and see, it'll automatically move the staff spacing like that. All right, let's give this a listen. Let's see, and I feel like this needs to then go
That's a trombone line. Okay.
Yeah, I don't. Let's see if we do this. I don't know. I think that works much better. That bum 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 bum. I think that's much more effective. And then what we can do is we can take this from over here and put it here. So here, if we do this. I like that. I think that's the winner.
What if you put 2/8 notes on beat 2? I always love beat 2 in 44 as part of that dissension.
It would ruin, or not ruin is the wrong word. It would take away from the arrival here because there's no real passing tone for it to. No, because this has to be F major. We could move this to G. And again, I think this needs to go like that. G, bum, 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 bum. Yeah, I think that, unfortunately, that's going to have to be what it is. I don't think there's escaping of that. I definitely think that's good. Now, one thing I remember Tyler suggested is we should come up with some sort of dun da da dun da da dun da da dun da da dun, some sort of ostinato up here in the woodwinds.
Well, that could be our start for next week because we're right at 10 o'clock now.
I hang on. I may have it, Lori. We may not need to wait that long.
Ooh.
It's
gonna be like when I count to my children. 5, 4, 3. If I get to 1 and you're not.
All right, let's try this here at 45.
Oh, hi, Peter. Peter jumped on. He said it's sounding good.
Oh, I like that. I like this here. I like that. And it's not too hard either. The clarinets, that's real easy. Flute. That's not too bad. Although I don't know if I would leave it up that high. I may take that down. Dr. G, how does that oboe part look? Does that look... Ooh, that is smushed. We're going to fix that.
What if you did 4 16th notes on beat 4? 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1? Just a slight difference on that fourth beat.
Just a second ago. Lori was, John, you don't have time for that.
10, 9, 8.
But here, what we'll do is we won't put it like this. We'll put this like...
Wait, Peter, are you saying that I'm right?
Lori, see, this is the reason Lori loves these live streams so much. Because she gets told she's right all the time.
Yeah, I don't get it told at home. So it's nice to be told here.
Here, let's try this.
Oh, thanks, Peter.
Let's try that like that. All right. Let's see how about this is. And then what we'll have to do... Is there a quick way to do this? Do we have anything? Yeah, we could. We could take this.
Yeah, I like that suggestion, Peter. Every other... What John just did, every other bar.
We'll get rid of that. And we'll do that. And we'll do that. All right, let's listen to this. So we need to come up with something different. Needs to happen here. This can't be the same. These two measures have to be the same, and then something definitely has to happen here. What I'm thinking is it may be just as simple, oopsie, as doing this. Just putting a trill over it.
Patricia's commenting about the oboe part that they might need to use fourth deck. It's a little bit tricky in the oboe line.
So this wouldn't... Okay, so this... Alright. I'll have to... So here, we'll delete this. And we'll look at that later. Dr. G, if you join us on the next live stream, then we'll take a look at that then.
All right, John. Well, it's been an excellent night. Very productive.
We had a really good night tonight, and I'm so grateful for everyone tuning in. I have a couple of announcements before we leave for the evening. Announcement number 1. As you can all see, Jenny is in the chat. Jenny will be joining me next Tuesday. Lori will be enjoying another evening off. That's part of her contract. She gets every Tuesday off now.
It's part of my contract.
So
you'll be in good hands with Jenny.
Yes.
She'll add some spunk to the stream.
And we'll let Jenny introduce herself when she's here next Tuesday. I'm excited for Jenny to be here. And then coming soon, Tyler Arcari and I are going to be working on a video that we'll be hopefully putting out sometime next week. So I wanted to make sure I announced that will be coming out on either his channel or my channel. So something to look forward to. I don't want to talk too much about it because there's still a lot of things to work out. So
teaser.
But that's something to look forward to. Everyone else, though, thank you so much for joining us. I am so humbled that one of you watched, let alone right now it says 10 of you are watching. I am honored that you're here. Even if you're watching this later, when I am not here and Lori is also not here, please leave a comment. It really means the world to me, and I'm sure Lori is also excited to read what you have to say. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great evening, and be safe and healthy.
Good night. Thank you all.
Bye.